All right, let's talk about something that is pretty much every homeowner's worst nightmare: water damage. Today, we're going to break down exactly what happens when water gets where it shouldn't, and more importantly, what the professionals say you absolutely have to do about it, and fast. So picture this. You hear a weird noise, you go check it out, and you find water just everywhere, all from a burst pipe. What happens next? You might think the damage is just what you can see, but the real clock, the one that's ticking down to serious, long-term problems, that starts the very second that water hits the floor. You know, when it comes to water damage, the real enemy isn't just the water itself, it's time. Water is relentless. It just spreads through floors, soaks into drywall, and wicks up into your furniture way faster than you'd think. Every single minute you wait, the problem just gets bigger and a whole lot more expensive. This quote from our source material just perfectly captures the emergency mindset you need to have. It's a really powerful reminder that just standing there and doing nothing is your absolute worst enemy. The pros act immediately because they know that a super fast response is the only way to stop the destruction and prevent permanent damage. And the thing is, the threat can pop up from almost anywhere. I mean, it could be a really dramatic basement flood from a big storm, or it could be a sneaky little leak from a failing water heater. You could even get ceiling damage from a clogged AC line. The sources are all over the place, but as you can see here, the destructive result is always the same. So what actually happens in those first few critical hours? Let's dive into the timeline, because this is where a simple leak transforms into a full-blown crisis, and seeing how this progresses is really key to understanding the urgency. The damage escalates incredibly fast. I mean, within minutes, porous materials like drywall are basically acting like sponges. Within a few hours, that drywall starts to lose its integrity and wood can start to swell and warp. But the real deadline, that shows up at the 24-hour mark. That's when a brand new threat appears: mold. This 24 to 48-hour window is just crucial. According to all the industry standards, those mold spores, which, by the way, are always in the air around us, can start to colonize wet materials in just 1 to 2 days. Acting before that happens is absolutely essential if you want to prevent a much bigger, more hazardous, and way more expensive problem. Now, here's a key insight you might not know. Professionals don't treat all water the same. It's actually classified into 3 different categories. Category 1 is clean water, saved from a supply line. Category 2 is gray water, which is like water from a washing machine drain that has some contaminants. And then there's Category 3, black water. Think sewage or floodwater, which is full of pathogens and poses a really serious health risk. Okay, now for the most practical part of this whole explainer. What should you do the moment you find water? Having a clear action plan can make all the difference in minimizing the damage while you're waiting for help to arrive. Okay, first, if it's safe, shut off the water source. Next, and this is a huge safety step, turn off the electricity to that area. Never, ever enter a room with standing water if the outlets are submerged. Then start moving what you can: furniture, rugs, valuables. Get them to a dry spot. Document everything with your phone for the insurance claim. And finally, make that crucial call to a 24/7 restoration company. And here's a really critical safety warning from our source. Never, ever use a standard household vacuum or even a shop vac to remove water. They just aren't designed for it, and mixing that much water with electricity creates a serious risk of electric shock. Leave the water extraction to the pros and their specialized gear. So what happens when the certified professionals actually arrive? Well, their process isn't just about sucking up water. It's a whole scientific approach designed to bring your home back to its pre-damage condition safely and completely. Pros don't guess. They follow this really strict set of protocols called the IICRC-certified standard. You can think of it as the industry's official playbook. It dictates everything from how to handle those different categories of water to the science of drying a structure properly so you can prevent mold. It's all about making sure the job is done right. Their work really breaks down into 3 main phases. First up is extraction, using these super powerful pumps to get all the standing water out. Second, and this is the most critical step, is the drying. This involves dehumidifying the entire structure itself. Then finally, once everything is verifiably dry, they can start the restoration, repairing or rebuilding whatever was damaged. And hey, don't be surprised if this drying phase takes a while. We're talking typically 3 to 5 days. It's not about what you can see. The real goal is to use all this specialized equipment to pull hidden moisture from inside walls, from underfloors, and out of the structural framing itself, all before it can cause rot or mold.
And this right here is why professional help is just not negotiable. They bring in an arsenal of high-tech gear, truck-mounted pumps that can remove hundreds of gallons of water in no time, thermal imaging cameras to actually see moisture inside the walls, and powerful air movers and dehumidifiers that create the perfect drying environment. After seeing how complex the whole cleanup is, it's pretty clear that the best strategy is just to avoid the problem entirely. A little bit of proactive maintenance can go a really long way in protecting your home from water damage. And here are a few simple, high-impact tasks you can do. Regularly cleaning your gutters, that prevents overflows. Inspecting your appliance hoses for any cracks can stop a sudden flood. And most importantly, please make sure everyone in your household knows where the main water shutoff valve is and how to use it. Seriously, that knowledge alone could save you thousands.
So after breaking all of this down, we're really left with one crucial question. For most homes, it's not a matter of if a water issue will happen, but when. The real question is, how prepared are you for the unexpected?